Ready with me while I tell you about all the things people don't talk about in a calorie deficit. This is my shadow. I'm starting off with the Rhode Glazing Milk. I have been loving this lately. I feel like it helps my makeup just lay so beautifully on my face, and it hydrates me because I have such dry skin and sensitive skin. I'm also about a week out from my period, so I have a little bit of acne coming in. And then I spray this Evian Glow spray, and I'll let it dry while I tell you tip number 1. It's okay and normal to feel hungry, especially at night. You're going to go to bed not feeling completely satisfied. You shouldn't be ravenous. That feeling of you could eat a little bit more is actually an indication that you probably are in a deficit. Next thing I do is go in with the Kosas Dream Beam Sunlit Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. Love this stuff, even though it's literally 20 degrees in Tennessee right now. I just like the color it gives to my face. We're gonna take my rings off for this one. Number 2, a lot of people post how I lost weight eating foods I love. I've literally done that before. It's super common. The thing is, they don't eat a lot of the foods that they love. It's not like people are housing down a sleeve of Oreos and still losing weight, unless that's the only thing they're eating all day and they're still technically in a deficit, but they probably feel like crap. But for example, I love things like cheesecake. I'm not having a slice of cheesecake every single day. I find healthy substitutes. For me, that's adding the sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake mix to my vanilla Greek yogurt at night, and it gets nice and fluffy. I add strawberries and some gluten-free cookies to it that have better ingredients than Oreos. The Goody Girls, I really like their brand. Now I'm gonna go in with my Kosas concealer under my eyes and then kind of just in the areas that I'm looking a little bumpy. I need to get more of this stuff. Next thing is that the scale is gonna look like this. It's gonna look crazy. Let's say you only weigh yourself once a week. Depending on your cycle as a woman, that number can fluctuate up to 10 pounds of fluid. Just crazy when I learned that in my PCOS program that I went through. I think there's a few ways that you could go about it. Either you can weigh yourself every single day and then track it on a graph so you can see the overall trend. It'll probably look like that, but you want it to trend downwards if you're trying to lose weight and you're in a deficit. Or if you weigh yourself weekly, also add in what phase of your cycle and then compare those numbers. For example, if I'm a week out before my period, I'm comparing that number to last month's week out before my period, because of that added water retention that you have during your cycle. Especially if you're tracking macros, you're gonna have days that you really mess up. Like you don't hit your numbers at all, you go way overboard, you go way under, you're way higher on fat, you're way higher on protein, you're just not perfect. The biggest thing is just where your head's at. I can't even open this. Ultimate setting powder. I use very little under my eyes, on my eyelids, because I always get this crease right there. Forehead, very, very little, because I don't want to look cakey. When you mess up, you have literally 2 directions that you can go in. You can either say, I messed up, F it, I'm giving up, and the next day just say, I'll start again Monday, I'll start again Thursday, or just forget it, this isn't for me, this is too hard, it's not for me. Or you can be like, okay, I messed up, what happened? I was super busy, I didn't plan well. I have another day like that on Friday, so let me plan ahead better on Thursday for my future self and just get back on track tomorrow. There's 2 directions that you can go in. This one I feel like is using common sense, and this one is listening to your feelings and not your plan. I'm using the Hoola bronzer to just warm up my face a little bit, and then I'm also going to use it to make my neck the same color as my face because, oops. I know that's a little bit of tough love right there, but it's something that I need to hear, you need to hear. We all need to hear that sometimes from an outside source, because I feel like in our minds, we always try to negotiate with ourselves. Or at least for me, I'll literally negotiate the dumbest things. Like I'm laying in bed and I'm negotiating getting up like 20 minutes later, and then I'm like, if I push my workout, then I do this and this just for 20 more minutes of sleep. And I'm like, no, just get up. And that outside source is my fiance. He'll be like, tell me to get up. And he'll be like, get out of bed right now. And I'm like, okay, cool. So sometimes we need that. That's why I love doing one-on-one coaching so much, because I can be that source for my clients when they're having that internal negotiation. I can be that person that's like, just do it. This is Milani Blush in Dolce Pink. I really like this blush. It reminds me of the Rare Beauty blush. I'll put my rings back on. The next thing is that sometimes the last 5 pounds you want to lose aren't worth it. And the reason I say that is because if you want to lose a significant amount of weight, it is important to look at the scale and make sure that your deficit's working. Let's say you just feel a little like skinny fat. Sometimes it's not about losing the last 5 pounds, but it's about bringing your calories back up, building some muscle, and then doing a deficit again so that you have more muscle to reveal and feel toned. Also, those last 5 pounds could be movie nights with your boyfriend with lots of snacks, or Friday dinner at your mom's house where like you guys feast out. And then it's just like not worth it. We're not bikini competitors, at least most of the people that follow me. I don't have to be on this super strict diet. The last 5 pounds, most women fluctuate, like I said, up to 10 pounds, but usually 3 to 5 pounds throughout the week. And that's normal. So don't get so fixated at the number as you get closer to your goals. At that point, I would more so focus on your body composition and how you feel. I'm going in with my Rare Beauty brow gel. I like this stuff, but I feel like it lasts me like 2 weeks. Then the bottle's empty. If you have a brow gel recommendation, let me know. But I do like it. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera because it just takes me a while, but this is the Tarte Tubing Mascara. I love it. And this is the Sephora eyelash curler. Mascara's done. Now for my final touches, I'm gonna use the Rhode lip liner. This is in the shade Press. This Bare Minerals lip gloss in Sincerity. I like these 2 colors together. I got my top lip injections removed in December, but I didn't get the bottom removed. I actually wanted to go back and get the top redone because it was migrating. I feel like I don't even have to. I look back on pictures of myself with my top lip done and I look kind of like duckish and I don't love that. And I just overline it and I feel like it's fine, but you guys let me know what you think. Those are my tips when it comes to a calorie deficit. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. Now I gotta go do my hair, but if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, I am accepting clients for March. You can go ahead to juliaxfit.com and fill out the application, and you can always DM me and ask any questions. Hope it helps.